Slice!
Yeah, I mean, Airship Fortress is a classic for a reason. This stunning and intense tribute to those classic levels from Super Mario Bros. 3 has endured for years as a fan favorite. Between the pesky moles, shifting fire bars, loose crates, and that stellar opening part where you're racing against a barrage of bullet bills. Oh man, this one just has it all. The music is ominous, but in a playful, almost taunting way. I like the part where you get launched to the other tower, mainly because in most other games, there's either a glider that pops out of your cart, or an animation of your character flailing around during this cannon cruise. But here, you just stay perfectly still. The only part of this course I'm not super keen on is this last big turn in the final tower. I don't know, it's a bit of an empty last stretch of the course. It could use some sort of obstacle perhaps, but that's a nitpick, because wow, this course goes hard in every other area. But there's still two absolute S tier courses I need to talk about. So let's see what they are. You know, it's kind of funny how the detail on the Mario Kart 8 version of Tick-Tock Clock makes the original DS iteration look like an unfinished beta version.
No shit!
It's also funny how said unfinished beta-ass looking version is nonetheless an S tier course, and my second favorite in the entire game. I mean, holy shit, this course has so much going for it. Starting with the theme. How often do you see a direct Mario Kart adaptation of a stage from one of the main platformers? It's honestly pretty rare, which makes this Mario 64 homage an absolute treat. It's even more direct of a tribute than Airship Fortress, which is based on a level theme from Bros 3, but it isn't quite as specific as this direct 64 parallel. Even without the reference, you're racing inside a clock.
Well, I've heard of racing the clock, but this is ridiculous!
That's just a cool concept on its own, with an on-point aesthetic and a ton of horizontal and vertical shifting gears. They fit the theme and provide a ton of crucial decisions to make regarding where you should be driving. Which way are the gears turning and which way will slow me down? Am I gonna bump into this pendulum? Can I hit these boost panels without getting struck by the spinning clock hands? There's just so much at play with this course. It's easily one of the most dynamic tracks the series had ever seen at this point, and I've never had a single race on it that wasn't a complete blast. The music is kinda average, not bad at all, but not outstanding. And that's really the only bad thing I can say about this course. It deserves to be remembered as one of DS's crowning achievements. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go give the gold crown to the same course everyone else gives it to. Yeah, I mean, like, come on. There were no other options for number one. Waluigi Pinball remains the absolute GOAT from Mario Kart DS. It just does everything right, sporting one of the most unique concepts for any track in the entire series, a psychedelic cavalcade of bright neon colors, special item roulette sound effects that only play on this course, and a plethora of bumpers, flippers, and pesky pinballs to dodge. I was admittedly a doubter when I first gave this course a go in its Mario Kart 7 iteration. Not because of any changes specific to that version. Nah, I just found it annoying whenever I was blindsided by pinballs I had no chance of seeing. I just didn't see the appeal of that. But I was a fool. That extra element that forces you to plan out your route far ahead of time, whether you're racing down the metallic track against a ball in the center lane, or you're on the floor where the balls are traveling every which way with no rhyme or reason, you always need to be on your toes. And if you pay enough attention, you can formulate an optimal route in your mind that usually differs between each lap. That's what I call a dynamic course. It just feels so alive, like you're always jolted awake by this candy-coated thrill ride. The turns are sharp and satisfying, the music is relentlessly energetic, the essence of Waluigi can be felt in every inch of this debaucherous wonderland. This is undoubtedly the crown jewel of Mario Kart DS, my favorite course in this entire game.